Peace and love to everybody. Wishing you health, wishing you good health, and many blessings to you. All right, it's time to share. 12-hour drive from Ohio to Wisconsin. I'll tell you about the details of the drive, and I'll tell you about the division that I'm working with. So let's share it after the introduction. Thank you. Many blessings to everybody on YouTube. To you, your family, your loved ones, and whatever you're going through. I hope that endeavor, if it's no endeavors, blessings. If it is endeavors, I wish you well on them. All right, let me share with you exactly what I went through here. Well, 2021, we all know that, many blessings once again. Well, I had to do an orientation online with this company that I'm working with. And there's a company I picked, out of school. And I got blessed. They actually, accept my employment. So they had me do it's like almost, maybe 40 videos I had to do online. And it took me about 3 days to do these videos. Whew, man, it was a lot of videos I had to watch. It was like in modules. So it was about, each video had like 2 to 3 modules, and each module consists of about 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes of time each. And then afterwards, you have to do a test. So, I have seen this app before, before I went to the school and before I, got with this company. But the app was called Carrier Edge. And so you can look it up. You can, you might have to have a company login, to get into the app, which I had. So I was able to do all the questionnaires, but it was a really good app. I gotta be honest with you. It's full of information. It has so much information. We're talking about everything. And you can get overloaded, with all the information, because it's so many videos, and then after almost each video, you have to take a test. And yes, you have to pass these tests. If you fail them twice, you got to watch the video all over again. So, and then you got to pass it. And for myself, I've been blessed to do the flatbed division because I feel like that fits my profile. So that's the division I want to do. I don't really want to have anything to do with reefers or box. I like to be physical. I want to keep some type of well, energetic, body about myself. I want to stay healthy. I don't want to sit in the truck all day and just sit there. They call it steering wheel holders. I don't want that. I want to be more physical. I want to learn the ropes of tarping. I want to learn the ropes of strapping. I just find that as a challenge to my spiritual self. I want to be able to push out more energy. Well, I won't say the company's name, okay? But in the beginning of the intro, I did tell you where they're located. If you figure it out, you figure it out. Let's see if you can. But I won't say the company's name. I'm gonna let that be some time, before I reveal the company. But the thing is, I will tell you this. I feel very privileged. I feel honored to be with this company. I don't know if they're watching my videos or not. I don't even know how long I'm gonna stay at this company. But if they take care of me and they allow me to do my job and, represent integrity, and they pay me pretty decent, I'm not expecting the arm and the leg. I gotta earn my rope, and I'm gonna climb it. So they give me a good rope and allow me to climb. I might be here 5 years, might even be here 20 years. I don't know, but I know one thing. I'm here to do a job, and I'm going to give it all I can. Well, on that note, I want to go back and talk about the orientation process. Now, I don't know if everybody's going through this in 2021. So I had to complete these videos and all the modules of them. And then when I got done, I had to drive 12 hours to Wisconsin. Well, they took care of me. They gave me a rental car, paid for my rental. I left at like 2 o'clock in the morning, got here about 2 o'clock, checked in the hotel, which you can see I'm in a hotel now, and I got orientation, another day orientation, which they're paying me for. Like I said, I won't reveal it, but I will tell you this, it's more than $500. So that's about it. Because I don't want people to say, hey, you know what, they pay this much, they pay that much, because you know what, the money is important. The money is, don't get me wrong, it's all about the money. But the thing is, you got to have a little bit more about yourself to understand that the money gonna come with your effort. If you got good effort about yourself and some integrity in everything you do, the money gonna flow to you. Money's gonna be a benefit of your work ethics, you know. And that's what I'm hoping to pass along to everybody else. You know, have some fun, laugh, joke. But I gotta tell you, you know, the drive getting here, whew, man. And on top of the videos I have to do, oh man, I mean, just think, all the stuff that us, you know, CDL drivers or CDL holders, professional drivers, all the things that we gotta go through, man, this is my first experience with this. I see why guys be wanting to get paid, you know, $2,000 a week, because you go through a lot. You got to go through so many different, you know, drug tests. You got to go through so many different tests. Then you're gonna be regulated by DOT. Then you're gonna be watched by your company. You know, you got the cameras in the trucks. You know, it's just so much. And what people don't realize is when you become a CDL driver, this is the topping on the cake here. You're on the clock 24/7. For the whole time you're with that company, 365 days, you're on the clock. They call it a 34-hour reset. But you don't realize this, or maybe you do realize this, you're still on the clock. Because it's just like New Year's. You know, the clock is ticking down. As the clock is ticking down, sometimes you only get like one day and you gotta be out back on the road. So it's really not even a 34 reset. It's just like a timeout, you know? And the clock is working against you. So you're like constantly on the road. You're constantly dealing with the weather conditions. You know, you're constantly, you know, dealing with, you know, pedestrians. You're dealing with other hazards on the road. So I didn't have this much understanding of CDL and what these individuals go through. But I got to tell you, I take my hat off to these guys, man. And to be part of them is a blessing. It's a blessing that I'm still humbled about. Because these men and women that drive these semi-trucks, man, oh man, whew, they sacrificing a lot. I mean, seriously. I don't care what nobody say. They're the hardest working people on the planet. To me, they're the hardest working people. Because without them, nothing gets here. Nothing moves. Doctors, welders, whatever. Without them semi-trucks transporting that stuff to you, you don't got no job. And these guys sacrifice so much. So when you see a semi-driver, give them a blow, give them a honk, give them a wave, whatever, you know, because these individuals, man, they sacrifice their bodies. I mean, they're eating, you know, food that's definitely not healthy for them, you know, but, you know, they're away from their families. I got up this morning and I jumped in the car and I drove 771 miles to get here. That's how many miles it took me to get here. It was a 12-hour drive. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to see, because they want you to drive 600 miles a day in trucking. Okay, they want you to get like 3,000 miles, something like 3,000 miles a week, something like that, something up to 2,500. Maybe that's just my company, what they're looking to do, but I don't know. But I think it's like 23, 20, 25, something like that, between 23 to 25 to 3,000, I guess. But so I wanted to see what that felt like to drive straight. So I drove from Ohio. I drove through Indiana, Chicago, I guess Wisconsin, a little bit of Milwaukee, but not Milwaukee, you know. So it was most likely, it was 80, 90 to 90 to 39, I believe. Then it went to 94, okay, 94 north. And most all it was, 80, 90, I think it was 80, 90, Jesus, what was it west? Yes, it was west, 80, 90 west. But just sitting in the rental car for like 12 hours. I wanted to see. I made one stop. So I wanted to see what it was like. Man, it was tough. I'm not gonna lie, it was tough. You know, I got up at 2 in the morning just to fill it out. And as I got up, I was like, okay, I'm game for this. Well, it really didn't hit me until like 5:30 in the morning. I'm on the road and I'm dealing with Chicago's traffic, and they was like, I'm driving a car. These people were driving, I mean, they were zooming. I mean, they was cutting me off in the car. And I'm like, man, I can imagine what these guys feel like driving these trucks. You know, I mean, the traffic was, it was horrendous. It was horrendous just going through traffic, you know. I think it was the Ryan Express. And I was like, holy moly, you know, and I understand they call it the 3 barrels. Well, this is one of the barrels. I don't know if Chicago is one of them, but I know New York is definitely one. If you never drove a truck, if you've never done this, if you're interested in doing this, go for it. See what you got. You know what I mean? Give it a shot. But if you're going to do it, be ready, because it's going to be some experiences out here, man. And if you're watching this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And let's keep the journey going. Let's have fun. And I'm gonna talk about everything. I'm gonna talk about what I'm going through. I'm gonna try to, take every experience in, and learn from each experience. And, I don't believe in, downplaying nobody or being negative towards anybody. I've had that experience in my life. I just want to see, people do better. You know why? Because if they're doing better, that means I'm putting myself in a position where I see people do better. So that means I'm in a better place. So let's share the love out here, people. Let's be happy, be blessed. Hey, catch you in the next video. Thank you.